Hi ladies, it's Karen, and I come to you with a finished Valentine's Day mini album. It's kind of a vintage Shabby mini album. I used chipboard hearts. I used these chipboard hearts that I purchased at Michael's. They're by Creatology. Whoops, and you could find them in the children's craft section at Michael's. And see, they're shaped just a little differently than the Dollar Spot chipboard albums. They're like a little bit longer, I think. At any rate, I used those. And I used the Recollections paper stack called Love Letters. It's the craft stack. And these are some of the papers in it. And it's a very, very pretty paper. A lot of it is glittered and foiled, and it's very vintage. It's very, very cool. So that's what I use for my paper. On the cover here, I bound it with binder rings, and I used some lace and some seam binding that I dyed with my Lindy's Stamp Gang spray, and then I crinkled it. And I thought that's the first time I've ever done that, and I think it came out really sweet. I added a string of charms here using an old necklace that my mother had given me. And I put on a couple of, these are Making Memory charms, the XO. So by Making Memories, I added those, and I added this teardrop pink bling. There's a heart here with a rhinestone in the middle of it, and a little cupid, and then a Tim Holtz Vintage Finding bauble, this pearl bauble, which is really, really pretty. So on the cover here, I added some I Am Roses, and I went over everything with scintillating silver. I used these little hearts here, and those came from when I used my Spellbinders die to make this heart doily. Those little hearts that came out is what I used. I used red glitter paper to make one of these, and then I used those little hearts throughout the album. I also used the glitter paper to punch out this heart here behind the Tim Holtz of Dodge tickets. I titled it Our Love Story. I used, like right here, I used some of the Tim Holtz salvage stickers, and I used the Valentine's Day ones from the seasonal pack. Some Martha Stewart butterfly with a little bit of bling down its back. I used my glitter pen to accent a lot of the images and writing on this paper. So I used that. I used my label maker here. So that's the cover. And like I said, I made this for my husband, so there's already pictures inside. Here I used a Photoshop program and printed the picture out in sepia tone, but that's me and my husband. I used the red glitter paper to punch out a heart there. Some Martha Stewart butterflies, and this one I treated with the Lindy's spray. This bingo marker here is one of the ones from Lisa from my vintage rack, and it didn't have a number on it, so I painted the sides with my gold foil pen, and then I wrote the number 14 here on top. And I used some of the vintage rickrack that she sent me, the red rickrack all along here. Thank you so much, Lisa. This is an I Am Roses closed rosebud here. And another Martha Stewart butterfly with some ribbon roses from, the wedding section at Michael's or Joann's and a heart-shaped button. The sentiment here reads, "Then we sat on the edge of the earth with our feet dangling over the side and marveled that we had found each other." And that's by Eric Dillard. And then the next page, I made a pocket page using the red glitter paper, and it kind of reminded me of, in grade school when we handed out the Valentines and the teacher made us, make us some kind of a pouch or something to hold the Valentines. So that's what this reminded me of. I went over the edge here with the Martha Stewart lace punch, or doily punch, one of those. And then I went over that with this pretty lace trim that I believe I got from Saba at Suha Fuha. And then I added some tags. This one I made like a vintage Valentine out of it, using the Tim Holtz stickers, and trim from Joann's with some red ribbon underneath. And on the back I just stamped a Cupid. And then this one I made out of the collection, and I just added a picture. And these flower centers here are from Saw Crafters. And on the back I stamped, "I am delighted that we are a perfect fit." And then I made a couple of photo mats. We were in Disney. I had did the half-mile marathon at Disney World a few years back. So that's where that picture was taken. Here's my medal. And then another picture. This is us on our honeymoon. And I used my Stampin' Up, tag punch or whatever it's called there. And this is from the collection. And I just accented it with one of those little hearts and I am roses. And it says "Sweet Nothings." And there's plenty of places to journal. And then the next page. Is this. It's my husband and I in Daytona during Bike Week. I used a heart-shaped doily here. I sprayed it with the scintillating silver. This is some trim that I had gotten at, I believe, Joann's, and I put one of those, a piece of the flower trim in the middle there with a pearl. Some I Am Roses, and underneath here are some Recollections flowers. This is another image from the Tim Holtz sticker set, and I thought it matched real well with the bird and the bird up here from the collection. It's another I Am Roses closed rosebud, and this cherub here is an image from my vintage rack from Lisa, and I went over the side with more, trim from Joann's, and I added this key is also from my vintage rack from Lisa. It's a real key. I thought it was so cool. And then the next page, I made another sort of pocket page using this belly band. It's like a felt, and I used it in my Christmas mini album because I thought it looked like snowflakes, but now I added the Saw Crafter flower center type things in there, and now it looks like flowers. So I layered it with another trim that I had gotten. It's kind of a burlap trim. So I layered the two together and made a belly band to hold some of these tags from the collection. This one says, "Let me count the ways, plenty of room to journal." And I added a photo. And this one says "Memories." It's from the collection as well. And I accented it with a ribbon flower. And I added another photo. So there's plenty of spots to journal. And this is another one from the collection, and I added another vintage image of a cherub. And I stamped "Happy Valentine's Day" on the back. And this is another tag that I used my Sizzix to punch out. And on the back I stamped Be Mine. And then this one I stamped a picture of a cherub, or an image of a cherub, with another sock crafter pearl flower. And I just stamped some flowers on the back of that one. And then I used some I Am Roses here. And this is another image from the Tim Holtz seasonal stickers. I thought it was really sweet. So that's that page. Whoops. See? I got it all turned around. This page I added some more lace trim that I had gotten at Joann's around here. Down here is some Recollections flowers that I topped with the thing from Center from Sock Crafters. And this little crown I found in the, I think the baby section at Michael's, and you get a whole bunch of them. They were on clearance, and they're actually charms. They come with the little jump rings, and I thought it suited well here. This little crochet doily is from Michael's, from their dollar spot, and I layered it with the I Am Roses. That's an image from the seasonal stickers, and these are, you know, the Recollection flowers that you can find in the dollar spot now, like this. And I just layered a couple with that trim, and this is a small button, and I put a little bit of, clipped a little bit of spray from something I had and stuck it behind. I used my new banner punch and made this banner here. I used my music stamp to stamp with, I think it was tea dye, and then I wrote LOVE, made a love banner. These are more of the dollar spot flowers that I layered with a button and used some baker's twine to tie it off. We're on our honeymoon there. So that's that page. I think it came out sweet. And back here is a heart shape that I used another Spellbinders die that I had gotten. This one, if you could see it. And it punches out like this. It's really quite cool. So that's the heart that's behind there. And then the next page is this. I made another type of belly band here using some rosette trim that I believe I got it at Joann's. This pom-pom trim I put along the sides here. And again from Joann's in this red lace that I got again at Joann's. I used the Tim Holtz die, Sizzix die for this bird and bird cage, and I painted it with acrylic paint and then sprayed it with some of my Lindy's and then formed it, you know, so that it was dimensional on the page with a little another little glitter heart there and a dash ticket that says adore. And these two are beads. They're actually beads, glass beads, and I placed them on top of a little piece of rosette trim there. These doves are brads, and I just clipped off the prongs. I wound I Am Roses rosebud along the cage there, and this is a heart embellishment from Recollections, and then in the band I just, you know, tags from the collection that I accented with these ribbon flowers. And plenty of place for journaling. This one is using that trim that flower trim that I had, and I just used it individually with a thing from Sock Crafter, and I added a picture there. And this is another one from the collection, and I could use it as a photo mat. But I haven't done anything with this one yet. And then underneath all those tags you see the lovebirds here. So that was kind of the theme of this particular page, lovebirds, with the Recollection bling there. So I thought that was sweet as well. Then the next page is this. We were in the Keys. We took a motorcycle trip down to the Keys. This is Tim Holtz, again from the salvage stickers. So is this. And I went over it with this trim here. And I forgot where I got it. It may be from, I'm not sure. It's either Pro 31 Designs or Carla's Etsy. But this is a button, a heart-shaped lock. And I added this little cupid here that Marcia had given me. Thank you so much, Marcia. And then I just added all these flowers along the side. This one is from Magnolia. And they were on clearance at my local scrapbook store. And they already had some glitter on them. So that's what that one is. And then some more Recollections from the Dollar Spot. Over here I put a little heart-shaped bling, a little snowflake there. This background here is the doily that I was telling you about. Then I used my Tim Holtz dress form die and, you know, punched out this. And I painted it with red acrylic paint and then sprayed it with some goldish kind of Lindy spray. And it bubbled up a little bit. And I heat dry it and it bubbled up a little bit. And I put some lace and a little heart there. So I added a lot of detail to this page. Kind of like a collage. And this here is part of a spray from, I think, Hobby Lobby. And a cherry blossom. Well, I don't know what that is. I think it's an S10 flower from I Am Roses. So there's that page. And then the last page is from our wedding day. And this is one of the bows that Cassie sent me in my Christmas rack. Thank you, Cassie. And I went over this side here with this heart-shaped, or this lace here that has hearts in it that I got at Joann's. And this is from, these are Recollection flowers with another one of Cassie's bows. A butterfly button there. And these are another magnolia flower and I Am Roses, and I added a little spray there. This is a heart felty that I bought at Joann's, a whole pack of them. This here is an acrylic flower that I got from For the Love of Art with some I Am Roses and a ribbon flower. And these are Recollections. I raised this up on Pop Dots, and that's a doily underneath. So that's that page. And then on the back, I put another thing of Recollections bling, and this is from the collection, so I can date it and sign it. You know, I could leave them a little message if I wanted to. So that's my Valentine's Day mini album. I was really pleased with how it came out. I had a lot of fun making it. A lot of fun. So I think I'm going to be making another one. So there you go. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, ladies. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye now.